Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Oh, welcome back to another Drawfee class, as we
welcome
call it.
back.
Drawfee class. I
Drawfee
hope
class.
everyone's having a nice Friday afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
doing whatever it is you're doing.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Tell
What
me
are you
exactly what you're doing.
what are you doing? I should open the stream chat so I can see what people's answers
So
are
you can know
to
what
these
people are
questions.
doing.
I want to know what they're doing.
Hot and Cold AF said that they hope me and Julia had a good vacation. We did. We're very tired and happy to be home, but had a nice time nonetheless.
Nice.
That's
I
right, the
am of
doofus. It's
course
Straw Boys.
I'm of course scrambling to finish my Patreon commissions. And they're going out. End of day, they're going out.
That's a guarantee.
No question. No question. Whatever I draw, it's going out by the end of the day.
It's going out there.
It's going out to the people.
Good, bad, who cares? It's going out.
It's not going to be bad. It's going to be somewhere between good and medium.
I feel like everything we do is between good and medium.
Yeah, that's sort of our
do
vibe.
bad.
We're going to have a between good and medium class today, I bet.
Oh, definitely between good and medium, for sure. I'm seeing Kobe DeVore saying they decided to stop working for today because they simply didn't want to anymore, and I feel that.
Yeah. That's a Friday vibe for
That's
sure.
A decision that I too make sometimes. I say I'm just gonna hope that tomorrow's Jacob is better equipped to do the extra work that I'm not doing today.
Yeah, it's a fun prank to play on your future self.
Yeah. It's more like I'm instilling a lot of hope in how I'll be the next day. And so far it's not led me astray. Yeah, you will see Julia wandering around in the back.
Wandering Julia. I put up my screen to avoid wandering. You might still see wandering
Emily going by.
Peek right there.
If you watch closely, eagle-eyed viewers might see a peek of Emily.
Mm-hmm.
So today,
what are we doing?
We're doing a draw class.
Nice.
And this one's about character design, which is one of my favorite things. Nathan's making some adjustments to his Japanese folding screen.
It's fine. It's just what it's gonna be. That's just what it's gonna be like.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it's fine.
Job.
It's doing the job.
If you want to know how to make a character that looks good, that's what you're about to learn here on this stream. That's what you're about to find out.
You're gonna learn about those good character shapes.
Oh, shapes are part of it for sure. And there's other parts of it too, in fact, that I'm going to tell you about. And I'll say out the gate too, I've not drawn anything since I left for vacation.
Wow.
So I'm like a week's worth of rusty.
I thought I'm like a weak, pathetic.
I'm like a weak, pathetic child.
I can barely lift the stylus.
It's so heavy. Has it always been this heavy? But it is definitely the longest I've gone without drawing for a good while. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
We'll get into it.
Why don't I share my screen? How do we feel about that?
Ooh, that's great. I love that.
Right now we have a blank canvas, but not for long.
We got 3 groups, I see.
Yeah, we got some groups. I got some things we're going to be...
Some prepared materials. I love that.
I wanted to prepare more material, but I ran out of time.
Yeah.
So part of this, you're going to see me preparing the class as we do the class.
Yeah.
I did prepare like, a whole set of notes. So it's going to be like cohesive.
Building the car as you drive it.
Yeah, building the car as we drive it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julia, for investigating if I had enough water.
Oh, that's nice.
I do for the moment.
I don't. I'm going to have to get some at some point.
All right, character design. Let's talk about it. As far as I see it, and from sort of my research into character design, I got sort of a twisted view on character design that I'm going to share with you. It's not twisted. It's like the most basic views of character design. But a lot of people maybe don't know the fundamentals. And I feel like if you know the fundamentals, you can build good characters consistently from there and avoid a lot of the pitfalls that people fall into when it comes to character design that makes them less appealing or less like immediately recognizable.
Right.
So I've got for us here, as you're going to see as we start going, we're going to start off with sort of what I consider to be like the 4 tenets of a good character design.
Ooh.
I'm just going to make a text box up here. The first one is lorem ipsum dolor. That's the first one. No, the first one is, of course, silhouette. I'm ordering these based on if a character flashed up on your screen, right? This would be the order in which you noticed things. Like the first thing you're going to know is the basic shape and outline of the character. That's like the first thing your brain will register, most likely.
Most likely.
This isn't like hard science. This is just, what I'm thinking here. So as an example for this, let me pull the chat back up. As the example for this, I got some character silhouettes here, and this is going to be, super easy mode. I'm going to pop this one up. Why don't you tell me what character this is, Nathan? As soon as you recognize it. Are you ready?
Okay. Oh, that's my favorite Vegeta, Goku.
That's your favorite Vegeta, Goku. And when I thought about good character design, one of the first things I thought of was Goku because of his silhouette. He's got one of the most recognizable silhouettes in the game. And that's despite having what I would consider a pretty standard body shape for like an anime character. Although, some things are done to circumvent that as well. Like the big pants.
Oh, he got the big pants.
I think are a pretty identifiable feature. The boots.
He's a strong man, but he's got the, his hair.
Exactly.
You know that hair anywhere.
If I took the hair off, it'd be a lot more difficult to tell who this was. But
it could be any Vegeta.
It could be any Vegeta. But immediately you see the hair, that's Goku. That's good silhouette design. Because the hair is so identifiable that you can plop it on any character and make it into a Goku.
Yeah.
Instantaneously.
I think I did that with Guy Fieri in a intro to a Drawfee episode.
Yeah, I think
a while ago.
I think you did, and it works. So when we're talking about silhouette, there's some things we want to note here.
You know what? It was Yugi's hair, not Goku's hair.
It was Yugi's hair. You're right.
Sorry, everyone. I lied. I lied just then.
You kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I want to organize my screen in such a way that I can read chat at all times. Here we go.
You got this.
So the first thing I want to talk about with silhouette is finding your stylus. I found it. The first thing I want to talk about with silhouette is the first things you'll notice are sort of the big separate shapes that make up a character. So I'm going to get my classic red out here.
Oh, classic.
And a brush that makes sense.
Yeah, big soft brush for
redlining. And we're going to go over just some of like the basic shapes you see here. I mean, an obvious one straight out the gate is like, the head is a circle, but it's this. These triangles, kind of like shark fin shapes.
Yeah.
And these are what you'll notice first. The second is you got a torso that's kind of like one of these.
Like a baseball diamond.
Like a baseball diamond. And these big like ovular legs, I think, are kind of the most important shapes.
Yeah.
Of the character.
That's our guy.
So if you were to like try to build a Goku, you could start with these shapes and draw a pretty convincing Goku that anyone would recognize, even if you're like not a good artist, right? The second thing is sort of like shape language comes into play. with characters, which is like, what are the shapes what kind of vibe do they give you, right?
Yeah.
Like, generally, and this is again like not a science, but this is generally, you can break almost everything down into a circle, a square, or a triangle. And they give you different feelings depending on how they're organized. Circles are generally a friendlier shape. They're rounder, they're cuter. When someone's trying to design something really cute, you'll notice a lot of round shapes typically. Squares are really grounded. It's kind of like if you want something like big and boxy and like reliable and firm, squares usually get used for that. Triangles are kind of the more angular, I don't want to say like the evil shape, but it kind of is the evil shape, in that when you're looking at characters, they'll often use triangles to say, this you shouldn't trust this one. Look at all these triangles.
Jafar.
Yeah.
Like Jafar. Jafar is always a great example of that. Let's pull in a Jafar, why don't we?
That guy's crawling with triangles.
That guy's crawling with triangles. Let me find a good Jafar that's not quite
Jafar. Jafar.
so pixelated. I think I spelled his name wrong. Here we go.
By the way, Jacob, really good job drawing circle, square, triangle super fast.
Thank you so much, Nathan. This is
there he is.
I pasted the PNG in here, and for some reason on PC that means you get a cool black box instead of
nice.
transparency.
Very cool.
It's fun.
Yeah, look at all those triangles.
So
he's just made of
Can we
triangles.
get rid of this? Yeah, we can. So let's get rid of these shapes, and I will show to you Jafar's triangles. Yeah, villain characters are often very triangular, but what this also means is that you can use these same rules to sort of subvert expectations as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jafar's like whole body. This is like one big triangle. This is like an upside down triangle. It's just like two triangles meeting there. He's got this angular face that kind of makes these triangle shapes. Triangle here, triangle here. You can stack the triangles to make diamonds. That's just two triangles butt to butt. We've been over that before.
Yep.
This is a triangle. This is two triangles. This is two triangles. The dude's all triangles.
Even the sleeves going out form a triangle going into the elbow.
Talking about this right here?
Yeah, those are some triangles right there.
That's triangles right there.
It's all triangles.
It's all triangles. So, these types of shapes. Julia's laughing because Olive is like...
This keeps following me everywhere.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but like from the start of the stream in the background, like Julia sat down to do work and Olive immediately just jumped into her lap and Julia went
straight away.
Yeah,
she's been very needy since we got back from our trip.
Been putting on a little bit of a show for us.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
So this was shape language that I was discussing here. And then also we can do even like if we want to use another Dragon Ball character.
Shape language is what the aliens in Contact.
That's what they speak in.
That's what they speak in.
You're right.
Is that what that movie's called?
No.
Arrival. Excuse me. I said Contact like an idiot. I'm 2 for 2 with saying something wrong immediately.
Well, I think you're going to say some right things before this stream is over.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
So we got a little kid Boo.
Bringing in Boo here. Because, I don't even need to redline it, but I will anyways. Boo is literally all circles.
Right.
And this is kind of a subversion example because Boo is a villain doing bad things, but also sort of innocent because Boo doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
At this point, Boo is just doing what Boo do, which is eat and turn things into food. So there's kind of a bit of a subversion going on with that. But you can see, very easily here how this shape language plays out and how it tells you sort of different stories about the characters. Okay. Let's move on to the next thing here. Body variety is what I want to talk about next. This is when you're designing multiple characters. A good way to distinguish them is just to have a decent amount of body variety between the characters. And it doesn't have to be like so striking. I've already prepared examples here from Dragon Ball Z, because a lot of the characters are strong dudes. And yet within the strong dude category, you've still got these characters that are very visually distinct, despite being different variations of strong dude.
Yes.
So they fit within the same style with one another, but are still distinct enough that when you see them in silhouette, you know that they are different characters and they got different things going on. So we got a Vegeta here, and we got a Piccolo up here. So we can even do a quick Vegeta red line, because Vegeta again is very triangles.
Yeah, his hair is all triangles.
Vegeta's very triangles and is a very initially a very villain character. So like this whole shape is a triangle, this whole shape is a triangle. The hair is essentially triangles going up like this.
Yes.
And so that creates sort of an angular approach. Piccolo also triangles going on. Piccolo also originally a villain character.
Yeah.
And you'll also notice that with Vegeta, when Vegeta became a good guy character, the shoulders disappeared.
Less triangles.
Let's find another Vegeta.
Find better Vegeta.
Let's get this Vegeta in here. Vegeta became a good guy, shoulders disappeared. The triangles are basically gone at this point, other than the hair, which can't be changed. But character joined the good team, triangles went away.
Doesn't his hair get kind of shorter later on also?
His hair does get shorter later on, yeah. And he grows a mustache at one point, but that's
the triangles get smaller.
The triangles get smaller. So it's just an interesting thing, and you can start noticing it and stuff like this as you pay attention to it when you're watching media or designing characters for your own self. All right, let's put that away. And we will move on here to the next category. So category 1 was silhouette. Now we're going to move to what I would imagine would be the next thing you notice about a character, which is going to be the colors, the color palette of the character. And there's a fun game you can play, which we're going to play right now, which is if you reduce a character down to just its colors, can you still tell what character it is?
Oh boy,
That's an example
gonna be Goku
of how you
again?
can test. It's not going to be Goku again. I've actually got a Sporkle quiz.
Oh wow,
that we're going to do.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Sporkle, a great way to waste time.
Great way to waste time. Here's Sporkle.
Yeah.
Can you name the cartoon, movie, or television show from its minimalist representation? And as we scroll down here,
it's not. I see.
Is it? Are you seeing it?
Okay. I have to look at it in the.
Oh, I can fix that. Hold on.
Okay.
Because I want you to have the same.
Okay.
See it at the same time as.
Yeah. It's showing up on stream.
Yeah.
It's just not showing up for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little slowpoke over here.
Well, I did it wrong. Now I'll do it right.
Okay. I already know that first one.
Now you can see it?
It's that funny yellow family.
You can see it now, right, Nathan?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It's the funny yellow family from Fox.
It's the funny yellow family from Fox. It's The Simpsons.
It's The Simpsons.
There's a siren going by. Just gonna wait for that. Wait for that to happen. Okay. So we're gonna click play quiz. This is Simpsons.
Simpson.
This is South Park.
That's South Park.
What's next? What else you got? That's
Minions. That's Minions. That's Despicable Man.
That's Despicable Minions.
This is Monsters.
That's Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. Got it.
That's SpongeBob.
That's the Sponge.
That's the Sponge Man.
That's Powerpuff Girls.
That's Power Girls.
That's Scooby.
That's Scoobus Doobus.
Not Scooby. Scooby Doo.
That's Adventure Time.
But you can see how quickly you can get these. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves.
This one, you get it more from the fact that there are 7 little short guys. That one's, I don't think, as good an example. This is Dora.
That's Dora the Explorer.
This one is...
Who's this? Who's this? They look like monsters or something.
Who is this? Who do I know?
Who do I know this? Chat, who is this? Inside Out?
Inside Out, of course.
I never saw Inside Out.
There we go. Okay. That's Little Mermaid?
Little Mermaid. What else we got? Rick and Morty.
That's Rick and Man. Shrek? That's Shrek.
That's Shrek.
That's Shrek.
It's Shrek.
No donkey for that one. And this is, of course...
This is
this Wreck-It Ralph?
Oh, is it Wreck-It Ralph? It is.
Wow.
Nice job, Nathan.
Thank you.
So obviously the point of this exercise is it's crazy how quickly you can identify the character based on just color blocks blocked in the right order. If the characters have identifiable color schemes like this. Going back to our thing here, let's take silhouette off. And we will make a new title by duplicating the layer. You'll find.
Yeah, you can skip the lorem ipsums that way.
Palette. Piccolo's head is in the way. Just slide
Piccolo,
it over.
you're too tall.
Okay.
Get out of here, Piccolo.
Let's reveal Goku.
Oh.
Computer, reveal Goku.
There he is. Orange and blue. The black hair.
Similarly, if you blocked out Goku's colors, you're gonna know. You're just gonna know. Yeah. And I'll prove it to you. Because I'm not afraid. We get that. And we did this. Then we did... That's not the right color. Try again.
Try again.
And we did this. And then we did like a big block of orange.
Then the blue again.
And the blue again.
And then the orange
and then
again.
A big block of orange. I mean, already it's Goku.
That's Goku. Toe to tip, that's a Goku.
So there's a Goku for you right there. If you really can't draw, this is the easiest way to draw Goku.
Yeah.
Right here. And people will still know. They'll be like, that's Goku. So yeah, the color blocking to identify characters is a really good way to distinguish your character as well. And there's another thing to talk about with regards to this, which is color hierarchy. It means that when you're designing a character, what a good thing to do is to pick a color to be the dominant color.
Yes.
For Goku, it's orange. Orange is the dominant color on Goku. And then from there, you build out, I would say like no more than 3 supporting colors. You can do more, it depends on the complexity of your design, obviously. Mm-hmm. But for characters like this, Goku's really only got 2 supporting colors, I would say. The blue is the main supporting color. And then you've got, I guess, black or white, if you even count those. Mm-hmm. Goku's mainly orange and blue, with the primary color being orange and the secondary color being blue. This avoids like visual confusion with your colors when you do it this way. And it also kind of codes your character. So when people see the colors, they know it's that character, like we were talking about before. And let's bring Vegeta in. Vegeta, primary color blue, which is kind of the same color as Goku's secondary color. And then, you know, secondarily, we got this sort of like tan armor and white. And then the little pink is a pop. You can add a color in just for a pop, like the pink of the Scouter.
Yeah.
And then let's reveal Piccolo as well. People are going wild outside right now.
It's that time. It's party time in the city.
Piccolo's primary colors. I mean, the main one is this purple. It's purple, right?
Mm-hmm.
The main one is this purple. The secondary one is green. The third one is, you got this pop of this blue right here. It's the only place it shows up. The light blue of his belt. So these are things to keep in mind when you're designing a character. You want to make sure you have one color that's kind of like the focal point, where when people think about the character, that's the color that's going to take up most of the drawing.
Of course.
So freaking do that.
So just do that.
Quit putting in so many colors. There's no need.
Yeah, just simplify it down.
Take it down. 5 colors max. And then you can do like, you know, shades, obviously, of those colors. Right. But if you have more than 5 colors, I'm coming for you. I'm coming to your house and taking your colors away. Okay. So that's, we did the silhouette and we did the palette. So then I think the next thing you would notice on a character that popped up and you were looking at is the outfits themselves, like the actual details of the design. And when you're designing outfits for your characters, a good thing to do is to make sure that those outfits tell you something about the character and what they do and sort of what their deal is. You want the people to look at the character and get a sense for the story of that character just by seeing it.
Yeah.
So for our boy Goku here, you might notice, I mean, if you look at the hair first, you're going to say, that hair's pretty disheveled. This man does not care about his hair.
Yeah.
He's not a hair carer. And it looks like he's kind of scrappy based on the hair.
Yeah.
You look at the outfit, you're like, that looks like a martial artist's outfit. Yeah. It's got the belt, like if you were in, you know, Taekwondo class. You got sort of like a gi on, essentially. The sweatbands on the wrists.
He's athletic.
It gives you the sense that he's athletic, that he probably engages in some sort of martial art, and that he's a bit scrappy. He's on the scrappy side.
Yeah, he's not a fancy martial artist. He's a martial artist of the people.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you contrast him with Vegeta's got on, instead of like a martial artist's gear, Vegeta's got on armor. Like an armor set, which seems to imply like battle and war more so than like martial arts competition.
Yeah.
So you can kind of get the sense from Vegeta that maybe Vegeta is more warlike, maybe more of a, you know, a conqueror type, engaged in large scale combat. Spooky Kabuki was asking, could more than 5 colors be used if you're trying to convey a chaotic being? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these rules can be broken for specific uses, but you want to make sure you understand these rules really well before you go around breaking them, because otherwise it can just look like a visual mess.
Yeah. And even still, there's usually going to be a dominant color, like a main color. Like totally. I saw someone mention Kefka from Final Fantasy.
Should we pull in a Kefka?
It's still a lot of red. It's like red. It's definitely like chaotic in there, but I'm still mostly seeing red on that character.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll bring in sort of the art here. Hey, can I have this? Can I have this? Oh, it's putting it in the wrong thing. There we go.
You got this, bud.
Whip. Yeah, I would say we still have, like Nathan said, red is the predominant color for sure. It's the pants, it's the cloak, and then details of red are found on all of the other color bits. Yeah. To tie it back to red, there's red on the yellow cape here. There's red on the blue of the scarf. There's red on the blue of the sleeve. There's red on the face in the form of makeup. And even, I don't even know if I would say there's more than 5 colors here. You got red, you got yellow, you got blue.
Yeah, it's just because they're all primary colors and they're all like very bright.
So they're designed to be garish, but there's actually not a ton of them. It's just the way they're used and contrasted with one another.
Yeah, and there are little bits of green in there too, I guess. But yeah.
Oh yeah, there are some tiny bits of green, but that's like the pop color we're talking about.
Yeah.
You get a little pop, a little poppy pop.
But yeah, it's like it's effective in conveying like a chaos to it. Like there's a lot of different patterns happening, a lot of different combinations of these colors. But yeah, there's still a dominant one, and there's still like a cohesion to the design.
Yeah, very much so. Something else I'd like to talk about while we're talking about colors and stuff here is we can talk about value. Where's my Goku? Kefka got in my Goku. Get out.
Kefka. You got Kefka in my Goku.
You got Goku in my Kefka. So we want to do, I think if we make a white color layer.
I don't know what you're trying to do, but I'm excited to see. Excited to find out.
Color. I think it will grayscale. Yeah.
Oh.
So we can take a look easily at the values of Goku. What are Goku's values?
I didn't know that that's a thing you could do.
I actually just learned it recently while researching for this class.
Wow.
Because it makes it easy to turn it on and off.
Yeah. Love that.
You can see in the color choice, you've got the value of the orange is very close to the value of the skin tone. Mm-hmm. But then the blue and the hair are much darker values. So contrasted with one another, you get the colors really pop when next to each other.
Yeah.
And we can do the same thing for other characters as well. Let's take a look at our boy Vegeta. Sweet Vegeta.
Sweet Pete Vegeta.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's back.
Yeah, kind of the opposite of Goku. The kind of main body parts are very dark in value, and then the overlaid parts are much lighter in value. Mm-hmm. So this is something to check if you're designing a character and you're not sure, like something doesn't seem quite right, like they seem a little like mushy or like it's not popping enough.
Yeah, too flat.
Yeah, if it seems too flat, it's good to try to do this and check your values and see if you need to make any parts darker, any parts lighter, to highlight the parts that are sort of the most important to your character. And once again, in case I didn't explain it very clearly, what I'm doing here is if you're a Photoshop user, and I'll do it on Piccolo so you can see, I'm making a new layer above the Piccolo that I'm filling in with white, and then I'm changing that layer style to this one called color. And you can see Piccolo's values here as well. You got mid-tone for the skin, dark for the clothes, and then super light for the cloak and the hat. So it makes sure that all the individual elements stick out from one another. Okay. What's next? Okay, so I kind of doubled back to color while we were talking about outfits and details. And that's my bad, but I felt like value was important to throw in.
Yeah.
So we'll go back here to details for a second. I'm gonna change this I'm gonna call it details/story. Because it should tell some of the story of the character, ideally, or at least like tell you about the character.
I also think it's like worth noting that like a lot of these things, they're not like discrete necessarily from one another. Like the colors you choose and the silhouette can also inform the story.
Yeah, totally.
And these are all things you should think about individually, but also holistically as well, sort of how they work together.
Yeah, very much so.
To make the design.
Because ideally you want all of your design choices to be pointing towards story. Like you think about what the story of your character is, all your choices should reflect that or direct the viewer towards that. That's kind of like the purpose of character design, is to create a sense of this character's story, like maybe the kind of world they live in, based on just like one look at them. You want to get a sense for it. So one thing that is important about this too is considering your character and the environment that they're in and matching the outfit to that. In the sense of like Goku, he came up like training with, martial arts masters. He wears the clothes of like a martial arts student. That makes sense. Characters like Vegeta came from another planet. So Vegeta's outfit should not match the environment of Earth. You should look at Vegeta and say, that's a different.
Yeah.
It's got like sci-fi elements to it. It's very spacey and weird. You don't want it to match because you want people to know immediately that this character is not from this place, and the story might play off that element in some sense.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to say about outfits and details is a mistake to avoid when you're designing a character is putting too many notable features on the character. In general, you can kind of do like a rule of threes. Doesn't have to be 3, but I'd say start with 3. Like 3 features that are notable, and then if it seems like it needs more, you can add more. If it seems like too much, you can do less. But like if we're just looking at these characters like Vegeta, the hairline is a very notable feature. Probably going to draw your attention first. The armor is a really notable feature, and I would say the scouter is a notable feature. That's 3 things. Beyond that, it's what? Gloves. These are just arms painted blue. Arms and legs painted blue. Gloves and boots, not really particularly notable. Piccolo's got the green alien skin, the sort of turban thing, and the big cloak thing. That's like 3 features. And then the rest is just clothes. It's a belt, it's a shirt, it's pants, it's boots. So you want to have elements that don't draw the attention, so that the elements that do draw the attention draw all of the attention.
Yeah, they stand out.
Otherwise, you're going to end up with a character that has too much going on, and people aren't going to know where to look or what's important or what's not important about the character design. To go back to that's Vegeta. Where'd I put that Kefka? To go back to Kefka, Vegeta, you got to get out of here now.
Vegeta, it's Kefka's time now.
It's Kefka's time now. Kefka's outfit intentionally subverts this rule for the sake of the character.
Yeah.
Because Kefka's chaotic, Kefka's out of his mind, and he's sort of a jestery figure. So they're putting stuff everywhere. There's too much to draw your attention, but purposefully so. Another good example of how to subvert the rule. Okay. So to recap, if I can make everything disappear. I said I had 4 things, but it's actually just 3 things because I combined details and story. But that's fine. The main things you want to focus on are the silhouette. We'll bring this back just to show as an example. You want to focus on the silhouette and the shapes. That's going to be sort of the first thing you're going to be generating when you draw a character, most likely.
Yeah.
Then the next thing you want to be focusing on is the color palette. If I can do this, consider what colors will go on your character. And then finally, the details and the story of the character. What are the clothes? What are they saying about the character and what they do? What does the hairstyle say? What does their posture say? Stuff like that. If you focus on these three sort of tenets, then you can design an effective character because people will see it and they will they'll be like, I get it. I know what that is. I get it.
I freaking get it, dude.
So what I thought could be a fun thing to do is we've done character design on Drawfee. So I thought I would get one of mine from one of those episodes and we can sort of run it through the tests.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, if chat wants to, toss out some characters from like popular media, we can run them through the tests as well. See if they meet the criteria and examine how they meet the criteria and how you can look at characters. And if they don't, then we're going to reach out to the creators.
We'll talk about it. Oh, yeah. We'll tell them they did it wrong.
We'll tell them they did it wrong.
Yeah.
So let's see. We'll do rat.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is rat. Give me rat. Show me rat. There's rat. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take out everything but rat. Let's remove all of these elements. Get that out of there. No, get it out of there. No embers. No, I need those, but I don't need that. Get that in there, get that in there. No, I need that. Don't need that. Okay, this is sort of a baseline rat here. All right. Okay, so let's sort of give it a run through. Let's do a silhouette. Let's do a rat silhouette.
Yeah.
Let me just put everything in a folder. Go in a folder. Go in a folder. I'm telling you, I'm firing on all cylinders today.
We're doing it.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, there it is.
So if we're looking at a silhouette of rat, and we want to ask ourselves sort of the questions, are the shapes like telling us anything about the character? And what are they telling us about the character? And are they distinctive enough to make the character recognizable at a glance? And maybe I'll like ask you, Nathan, do you think the shapes make the character? Because I feel like I'll be talking about my own drawing otherwise. I think they do.
I think they do too.
I'm usually happy with the general shapes that I do. I feel like that's a strong suit.
I think you're really good at shapes. I love a Jacob character shape.
Thank you.
We've got this sort of confident lean that we're doing.
The pose and posture is definitely an important part.
Yeah, and we've got this sort of big head, sort of small body look, a lot of circles. Like it's a fun combo of circles and triangles. So we've got this sort of friend, but also with edge.
Totally
idea.
And I think we said in the episode that rat like came from a well-off family and is kind of rebelling.
Yes.
By being this like skeevy alley person.
Yeah.
And I think that is reflected in those shapes. Like the roundness says, this is a friend. This is trustworthy. And then the spiky triangle elements say, but they're trying to be mean.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to be aggressive.
They're still kind of curvy triangles. So they're not, you know, they're not totally sharp.
Yeah.
Edged. They're trying their best.
And you can see sort of the tattered elements. I think the hair is pretty distinctive. The ears are pretty distinctive. And then you got like this tail that's pretty obvious too.
And also, it just sort of reads as sort of a diminutive character, which was part of the prompt we were given for this one.
Yeah, I get kind of like diminutive. I get spunky.
Yeah, it's little, but overcompensating for the fact that they're little a little bit. Totally. You know.
Okay, next we will take a look at the colors, which unfortunately the colors are a little washed out because I was applying a lot of layer effects to them.
You did that big dramatic shading.
Because I had this going on. But we can boost them, I bet. So we can see what we're working with here. Let's get like a vibrance. Let me move you for a second, Nathan.
Here Bye. Bye-bye.
And we will check out the color hierarchy. So what would we say is the predominant color of this character?
Wow. I'm going to have to go with red.
I'd probably say red as well.
So we got red and green.
I would say, and we're going to we'll make a little color block over here. Red.
Yeah, red. We got that sort of pale skin tone, and we got the greens.
Yep.
And then that little bit of yellow for accent.
Skin tone here. Green is definitely the secondary color. Yellow is the third color, I would say. And then the pop color is pink. So it's only shows up on the fingernails and the eyes. So I'd say that follows the rules. We got a main color and then 2 tertiary colors, kind of in a hierarchy, red, then green, then yellow, and then a little pop of pink.
Yeah.
This is fun to do because I learned about a lot of these rules more concretely after this. Like for this class, I did research to make sure I knew exactly what I was talking about. So it's fun to go back and like see that some of this stuff worked.
Yeah, you did it
by that standard that I didn't realize I was trying to follow. But it's a good way to think about it. So I think that it hits the mark in terms of color palette for me.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that it was so washed out, which is a problem that I face a lot because of color blindness. I get scared. I get scared of messing up.
Well, you're doing great.
Then lastly, we've got what does sort of the outfit and the details tell about the character? Like what's the story of the character? And I think, again, we discussed this all in the episode too, but you've got these sort of like nice clothes that are ripped up, which kind of goes back to the, you know, rich girl playing at being a alley kingpin sort of look.
Yeah.
Like she had access to nice things and purposefully made them look ratty. No pun intended. And then we got the hair that's the uneven cut, which I think kind of gives it the, you know, 2 vibes sort of look. So yeah, I think the outfit gives you a sense of what's kind of going on here if you didn't know specifically.
Yeah. And that one little detail on the head with the little cyberpunk sort of that like that little and it's sort of repeated that same sort of shape in the
clothes and the armband.
In the clothes and the armband. Yeah, it's that little geometric zigzag shape sort of implies some sort of techno future.
Yeah. It's trying to like give the viewer knowledge about the world that she lives in.
Yeah, that's some world building going on.
Having to see the world itself.
Yeah.
Since I don't want to draw backgrounds. Yeah, so I think, you can see how you can run these categories through a character and see how they fit or don't fit. So if chat has any characters that they would like me to put in here,
yeah,
we can do that. We could also do, if it's any of like chat's characters that they've drawn.
Oh yeah, we can post that in the Discord. We can take a look.
Yeah, we can run it through the paces. I know we've only got like I think 15 people in right now, so I'm not sure how many we'll have to participate, but if anyone wants to, we can.
If you want,
we can do it.
If you want,
we can start on Sonic the Hedgehog since Jamie said Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog is blue.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog has a great silhouette and great colors.
Let's find out for sure if that's true, Nathan.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you that it is true.
Okay.
We're also going to find out. And I'm just getting a PNG of Sonic. Just fetching a Sonic PNG. If you don't mind. Okay.
Grab that Sonic. He's too fast. There he is.
There he is. Look at the texture Sonic on this PNG.
Sonic has big hands.
Sonic has big hands. Okay.
Why are his hands so textured?
They're really textured.
What is
I don't know, like a paper mache Sonic.
Wow. There you go.
Well, we're not going to be seeing that for long because we're going to
we don't need that.
Silhouette. The Sonic silhouette, I would say, one of the most identifiable.
Yeah,
you could pick. Sonic's got a very solid design, and it mostly has to do with these elements that indicate speed, even from the silhouette. I would say you got these triangles here, which already look like it's moving in whatever direction he's facing. Like it looks like hair that's blowing back. And then these long ass legs. I mean, this is like modern Sonic, right?
Yes.
Modern Sonic's got the long ass legs and then the big feet for running.
For doing the runs.
Little bitty body. But I feel like all the elements point to this dude about to go.
He's going to go, and he's going to go with some amount of speed.
He's going to move with a bit of haste, I would say.
Yeah, as they say.
Yeah. So silhouette test, absolute pass. Let's check on Sonic's colors. I wonder what the primary color of Sonic could be. What do you think it is? I mean, I feel like it's really up in the air.
Yeah. Anyone want to hazard a guess?
Any guesses for Sonic's primary color?
Can you tell what it is?
Do you see it?
Do you see it?
Is blue, everyone.
It's blue.
We're doing a bit of a joke, but it's blue.
Sonic is blue.
Yeah, Sonic really only has, I guess there's 4 colors technically if you count the gold on the shoe, but blue, flesh tone, red, 1 gold accent on the shoe, and then the eyes are green, so there's 2 accent colors. But other than that, Sonic's red, white, and blue. Sonic's America. I hate to tell you this, but Sonic is America.
I never think about Sonic's green eyes, but he does have green eyes apparently.
This one does, at least.
This one does, yeah.
I feel like maybe we should bring in Retro Sonic.
Yeah, let's compare.
Let's
compare Sonics. Because they're still Sonic,
I know. You don't have to tell me.
Some good guesses in chat about the primary Sonic colors. I guess yellow when he goes supersonic. That's true. When he gets all the Chaos Emeralds.
If that's how you want to be, then
so
yes.
American or French. Oh, yeah.
Let's get this little dude in here.
Yeah, there's no green in that Sonic.
And just similar similar vibe in that the spikes still indicate speed.
Yeah.
You still got this going on.
Just a bunch of shark fins on that
Bunch
hedgehog.
of shark fins. We lose the long legs. I would say that this character is less. I love Retro Sonic, the look of Retro Sonic.
Yeah.
But I think he definitely looks less like he's about to go incredibly fast than modern Sonic does.
Yeah, he's gonna go pretty fast, but
he looks
maybe
more
not.
like, and maybe this is intentional, he looks more like he's about to roll up into a ball, which he does frequently.
He do that.
So maybe this Sonic was more supposed to indicate that this guy rolls up into a ball. And new Sonic is trying to indicate that this guy runs.
Yeah. But he also still goes into a ball, so
he does still go into a ball, but it's less highlighted now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So they want us to stop noticing Sonic's ball as much as Sonic's speed.
Well, tell that to his Smash Bros. Moveset, because it's almost all ball stuff.
It's almost all ball stuff. Sonic, stop with the ball stuff. And then lastly, let me get this freaking word off the screen. Lastly, what does Sonic's sort of outfit tell us about Sonic? Sonic's only wearing shoes, dude.
He's wearing shoes and gloves.
And the shoes, they look like fast shoes.
Yeah.
They look like run shoes.
Yeah. The shoes look like race cars.
And the gloves are because Sonic is also a murderer.
Right. Sonic murders
runs, Sonic
many
kills.
robots.
Yeah. And doesn't want to leave fingerprints.
No.
But no, I think a shoe-only approach makes sense for Sonic. Like, that tells you everything you need to know. I'm seeing some people saying they put stuff in the Drawclass chat.
Oh yeah, we got some characters.
So let's check that out.
In here. We got a blue character, a red character, and a green character. That's fun.
That's colors, baby.
Yeah.
Where's Drawclass chat? Where is it? There it is.
It's third from the bottom.
I found it. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get these two characters from AF going first. Then we'll do the Dupus's character. Let me save them. Don't look at my files and my folders. And we can do ourselves a little critique.
Jamie has also suggested some Yu-Gi-Oh characters to look at if we
we can do that too. Because Yu-Gi-Oh characters go wild depending on which arc you're talking about.
Yeah.
I would say they maybe defy the rule about number of things you should put on a character.
Right.
But that's kind of part of it. Okay. Let's play the game. Here we go. Let's get these characters in here. Good. Get these Sonics out. So these characters are from, and we'll do size here. I feel like if we sort of match the head size, we'll know their relative sizes to one another. Okay. Who did I say these characters were from?
These are from AF.
AF.
Or AF.
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 Great.
Which is short for hot and cold AF.
Absolutely. So this is Shimmer Butterfly on the right, Shimmer Dragonfly on the left.
Sure.
And I'm going to attempt to remove. Let me directly edit the object. I never don't want to directly edit the object. Please. Please, thank you.
You did it.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you. Okay. Because now we can do some silhouettes here.
Got some little inside bits.
And I'm going to merge these layers. Let me merge these layers.
A little zone inside where the umbrella.
Oh, thank you, Nathan.
And also there's this little one right. Yeah.
This one here. I see it.
That's
see it.
You mostly got it.
Okay. I would say, straight out the gate, these are very cute character designs.
Yes.
Let's check their silhouettes. All right.
That's there's a little bit jagged just because of the...
Yeah, because of the process by which I removed the background, but you get the general idea.
Yeah. They're distinctive.
Sort of what I notice straight out the gate, shapes-wise. When I'm looking at this one on the left here, which I think is Dragonfly, I think the thing I notice most is this shape here.
Yeah.
This sort of thing here.
It's like a spade from a deck of cards.
Yeah, it is like a spade from a deck of cards. That jumps out at me straight away. And I think the reason for that is that this shape is isolated, and a lot of your other shapes within your character are within the main body shape of the design. So a suggestion I might make is to have some more things that stick out a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot of things, but if we had something, for instance, like some shoulders that did something like this, because it is a Dragonfly character, right? Maybe if there was something like this, something to sort of latch onto with your eyeballs on the outside of the silhouette at a glance. Could be a cool addition.
Yeah, I like that.
Or maybe even like a hair. The hair thing could be like
because you just make that. You already have a little bit of that. But
yeah,
you can just make it bigger.
Karina says to do Schmando or loose, which I second. Yeah, I can definitely do that. So silhouette wise, that's probably what I would say. I don't think it needs, you don't want to overdo it, right? But you want to have some feature that people can identify at a glance. I think the staff does do a good job of that. But I think if there's one on the person themselves, so that if they're not holding the staff, you can still tell who it is. That could be a beneficial thing.
For sure.
And taking a look at this other character here, I think I'd probably make the same note. I do notice the sort of this shape here, very rectangular.
Yeah.
A good idea I always think too is to push the shapes further when you notice a shape trend. So you could maybe go even more sort of boxy with the body shape. This one's kind of got, I would say, triangle vibes, but loosely, right?
Yeah.
I would say you could probably push that even further. Like taper the legs in more, taper the, this waist area in more. Make it really triangular if that's kind of what you want to go for. Generally, it's always good to look for ways to just push the shapes a little further and make the shape language read a bit more.
And again, I'm seeing the butterfly sort of shape on that bow on the end of the umbrella.
Yeah. And
there's
some of it here too, which I'm noticing.
In the hair, yeah.
But once again, I would say you could probably push it even further. I think if the characters are based on a dragonfly and a butterfly, when you see the silhouette, you should get dragonfly and butterfly in your head immediately.
Because butterfly, and also they have it on it's inside the costume. Like if you unsilhouette them, you see that they both have the little pendant on their front with their insect.
Yeah, and I'm about to do that once we reveal the characters again.
You can incorporate that into the silhouette.
But yeah, I think just thinking more about the silhouette will do you a lot of good, because clearly you've got the motifs that you want, which is very good. I think just making sure they reflect in the silhouette as well can be super helpful. So should we take a look at the color palettes here?
Yeah, very strong color palettes, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they're kind of in the monochromatic realm, which I think looks really good and makes them very distinctive, because there's nothing wrong with a monochromatic palette. I think probably the only thing I would do is maybe find a spot to put an accent color in, to put in like one color that's different to kind of draw the eye to that location. Could be a cool thing to do, because let's see, it's honk time.
It's honk time. Honk if you agree with accent colors.
I think you could also get away with a little bit more shade variation too. Because this sort of like light blue color here is the entire body and also the entire legs. And I feel like we could bring maybe the hair color down more to get on the legs. Maybe even go darker with that, just to break it up a bit. These are just suggestions, obviously.
Just suggestions. We're just doing suggestions.
Might even push darker in places that you want to like knock back, so that sort of the torso thing, you know, stands out more. Maybe go like darker there, and then you could even go even darker on these to differentiate that if you wanted. These are just some, you know, potential examples of like things to try, because I suspect that if we do a values check, let's do a values check. Don't know why my computer
made that noise. Let's do a values check. Your computer made a noise?
It did. You didn't get to hear it, but yeah, this character here, we got a lot of the same value, aside from the staff and the hair, but the entire body basically is similar in value. So I would just find a couple areas to make, like if you want to stick with the monochromatic, I just find a couple areas to go even darker on. And then maybe find just like one spot to make a different color. Like it could be like the eyes if you want to go the Sonic route. Do you want to be like Sonic or not?
Yeah. I think we all want to be like Sonic. Make the boots red.
Could go with like a green eye.
And then make the
Or you could go for like, you know, like blue and like orange or yellow sometimes look really good too. You could have like one little bit that's like yellow, like the gems or something. Like a couple features. This is obviously not done with any sort of finesse, but you get the idea that I'm saying here. I think like one different color would be nice to just to set everything off. And putting it like sort of near the focal point of the piece is also a good idea too. So like near the face, like if we consider Vegeta for a moment.
For a moment, let's consider Vegeta.
The pink scouter.
That pink, yeah, it's right on the eye.
That color pops off and it draws you directly to Vegeta's face, which is the focal point of most characters, depending on what you're doing, what you're going for, unless they're wearing a mask or something. Always consider Vegeta.
Yeah. What would Vegeta do? Probably murder a bunch of people.
And then for the butterfly character, color-wise, I would say that value-wise, this one goes a little nicer because the skin tone you've picked is a much darker value than the clothes. So that gives you some nice variation straight off the bat. And I think, yeah, if we look at it here, you can see there's more variation in general.
Yeah.
But I think it can always be, you know, pushed a little bit. Like you might want to distinguish the belt from the cape a bit more so that that shape doesn't blur together. But yeah, really cool characters. I think there's just like small things you could do to push a little further that would make them pop a little more out. And then the last thing we talk about is sort of the outfits themselves and the stories that they tell. I definitely get like magical girl vibes straight off the bat.
Yeah.
But they have kind of like a more like sort of serious feel to them. Like maybe they're like protectors of something.
Yeah.
They seem like they have like an ancient charge of some kind. Like they got some sort of like task. I think like the staff gives that indication, and like the stance as well.
Yeah.
Looks like battle ready and defensive in this case, maybe a little more aggressive and sassy in this case, with like the over the shoulder hand on the hip.
Yeah.
So that's good because it's giving me a sense of their like two different personalities that they might have. This character seems a little more reserved, maybe a little more stern. This character seems like a little more energetic and feisty. These are just guesses from what I'm looking at. So it's also a good indicator if I'm like way off base, then you might want to think about, you know, how the poses give that sort of indication.
Yeah, what you're trying to convey with the posing and
totally
if it matches.
And I think like I've said for everything, you know, general advice, it's always good to try and push a little further. So for instance, depending on, you know, what the characters are supposed to be like, I didn't want to change my brush, but that's okay.
Sometimes you just do what you don't want to do.
Sometimes you do. And this would be like for if you were doing like a redraw of these characters, looking at your character saying, what can I do? What can I push? Pushing like the general shape of like the poses can be a good idea. Like if you want the character on the right to be, you know, sort of like really cocky, you can kind of push the head back a little more, kind of get like a more confident stance going on. So that it kind of goes, you know, more in this direction, maybe a little bit of like a wider sort of stance like this. This is just like a, you know, obviously a very quick sketch, but you could like throw the head back a bit, throw the hips this way a bit. Could maybe even like push a little further. And if this character is like more reserved, you could even bring like the posture more like in a bit if they're more timid, so that it's kind of more like this. If they're a little bit more like, they don't seem frightened, but this is just an example. Or if they're more like a stern defensive type, you could, you know, square them up a bit more. Like, so they're faced sort of directly at you. Give them more of like a militaristic stance. Like you're not getting past me, essentially.
No, certainly not. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I have this thing like this, but just sort of a more forceful stance. And again, it really depends on like what kind of characters you're going for here. But you can always just think of little ways to push a little further. I think that's always a good challenge.
Yeah, you've got this sort of, it's like that lancer, like the spear. It's a dragonfly and sort of like a dragoon.
Like a dragoon type.
Yeah, that's like very sort of stoic, but also like athletic. Kind of.
Yeah, I could even get like an out to the side sort of one like this. I don't know why I'm just thinking of having like a shoulder cloak.
I want to watch this show now.
Shoulder cloaks are just cool.
I want to watch the dragon, the bug magical girl show.
You know, the kind of person you would see and be like, I'm just not getting past that one.
No.
Like they look so confident and they're just standing there. Anyways, yeah, I hope that was helpful. These characters are super cool. Thank you for sharing with us.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Always brave to share your stuff. Making cool stuff.
Making cool stuff. Keep making cool stuff.
Please do.
Don't you freaking dare stop.
Mm-mm. Not allowed.
Not allowed. Okay, let's
take a break.
You can take a break. That's healthy.
Yeah.
Let's do Dupus.
Dupus.
You ready to do Dupus?
Yeah, dude. This character's fun.
Yeah, we'll get these 2 dupus ones. These tupus dupus. Save. Okay. Tupus dupus.
It's only 1 dupus, right?
Oh, there is only 1 dupus. I grabbed Essa Marie as well.
Well, there you go.
Well, we'll do that one too after we dupus. Because that's a cool character also. I like both of these.
Yeah, pirate lady.
Let's try to get the background off as best we can. Helps if we click the right layer. Oh, the smart object is not directly editable.
You gotta rasterize, Jacob. You gotta rasterize if you wanna.
Did you know the smart object is not directly editable? Isn't that crazy?
You'd think that it's so smart, it would know how to be editable.
That's actually really smart what you just said. I think you're a smart object.
I'm the smart object after all, because you can edit me.
Easy.
David does all the time.
Just be like, Nathan, do something different. And you'll be like, okay. All right, let's take a look at this dupus.
Yeah, you're right. I'll do it different.
I'll do it different. Take a look at that dupus.
This
okay,
looks like a comfy.
Shall we silhouette?
Yeah, let's silhouette. Oh yeah.
I think the silhouette's actually pretty fun because I would guess that it had a cat's head based on the silhouette alone.
Right.
Because that's the first thing I notice. And I think that, as an intentional choice makes sense. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I notice is this big shape with the ears, which to my mind says...
That's a cat.
That's a cat. So I would
That's a
imagine
cat with a person's body.
That it would be, something like this, sort of looking at me.
I like this character too. Like making this pose, like yeah.
But it's not that. So the silhouette's kind of a misdirect, which I think is fun. Because then, when you look at the character itself, you're like, oh, well, it was meant to evoke cat. So there must be some cat-like features to this character. So I'd say that's the primary thing. Second thing I would notice is the pose of the hands. Clearly doing some sort of like intricate gesture, which
reminds me of that Sonic that we found.
Yeah, it is kind of like the Sonic, but it kind of puts some confidence to the pose. Like you got to be confident to be doing a gesture like that.
Oh, for sure.
And then generally speaking, the shapes are fairly round, I would say.
Yeah.
So kind of gives you a friendly, non-threatening vibe to it.
Defo.
Other than the triangles here for the ears, which break the sort of shape language a bit. But that's cats,
That's cats. They're round with 2 points.
They're friendly, but they got a little edge to them.
Yep.
So I would say if shape language-wise you were trying to express this character is friendly and cat-like and has a bit of attitude, that's what I'm getting from it.
Yeah. Same here.
So then we'll unveil and we'll take a look at the colors, which now I'm seeing this a dog. This a dog.
Oh yeah, it's dog.
So
it wasn't cat
silhouette
at all.
Reads cat, but motif reads dog. So I don't know if that's something that would need to be like sort of addressed in the silhouette or not. I guess if you consider it as reading like animal.
Yeah.
But
maybe it's one of them.
Works.
I mean, there are some dogs that have like cat-like personalities, like a Shiba.
True. That's very true. This does have kind of like Shiba ears.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at the colors. That's what we're doing here.
Yes.
We're not here to talk about the freaking dog right now.
Oh yeah, or corgi.
So I would say I get a green motif.
Yeah, because it's mostly
mostly
white and gray.
White and
but
gray.
The only color is green.
So green stands out to me since it's the one like saturated color. But white, gray, green is, that's a nice little limited palette, I would say.
Yeah.
I think it can be really effective to do grayscale with one accent color. And I think you've done that really nicely here.
Yeah, and I like the light green and dark green.
Yeah.
As well. It sort of mirrors the white and gray. It's totally. Like you've got the two shades of gray and the two shades of green.
And then both greens are represented in the eyeball as well.
Yeah.
Shall we do a values check? Whip.
So the light green is actually closer to the gray, and the dark green is the darkest.
The dark green is the darkest, yeah. It kind of has a pastel-y vibe to it. So you don't really necessarily need to change anything, but the dark green does really draw attention, which is not bad because it's the part that surrounds the face and the eyes.
Yeah.
So it kind of directs you right up here. If you wanted to, I would say you could like darken some of the other stuff a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe like the pants.
Yeah, because right now, it's like it's drawn me to the eyes and that shoulder.
And the shoulder. Yeah.
Maybe the shoulder is very significant to the design, but I don't know.
Yeah, the shoulder could be maybe a little too value dark. It might be drawing too much attention.
Yeah.
Away from the eye.
Like maybe because we like them hand gestures, right? That's telling you a lot about this character. Maybe you move that dark stripe to the edge of the sleeve instead.
That's a fun idea. Should we just like try that?
Yeah. Or you give them gloves, dark green gloves.
Like if we did this.
We're just spitballing. We're just trying stuff.
We're just trying stuff. This is like whenever I'm doing character design, this is what I'm doing. I'm like looking at it and I'm trying things just to see. Yeah, you could do sort of like this.
Yeah.
And then it could also be around the hand there. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It does draw attention to the hands more.
Yeah, you could even do like sort of like a thick line at the end that like sort of becomes like thinner stripes. I don't know. Now I'm getting wild with it. You're
going crazy now.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think overall the colors work. It's not like I see it and I'm like immediately like noticing a glaring flaw.
Yeah, but you have such like a simple, it's like a real nice, simple, clean design. You can really sort of push what you want people to focus on by using this dark green, which is sort of the most eye-catching aspect. Oh yeah, you could also make that dog bone on the back the dark green as well.
That's true. That could be a good thing to do as well. AF, hot and cold AF. Let's give that a test.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Draw attention to the dog bone a bit. I think that works pretty nicely, actually.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is just me, but if I were doing this, I'd probably be tempted, and we can just try and see. I'd probably be tempted to make the pants the light green.
Yeah.
And then make the socks.
Make the socks the dark or the gray.
The gray or the dark green.
Yeah.
Depending.
Yeah. Because then you have the extremities, the hair and the socks.
This would be my temptation.
Then what about, and this might not be correct, but what about just like one sort of like highlight of the light green in the hair? Just like one little sort of shock.
Oh, that could be fun.
Just to try again. We're just messing around with your character at this point.
Okay.
This isn't necessarily something you need to do, but I like this design and I'm having fun playing with it.
Do it, but what if?
We're
just playing what if.
Yeah, I don't know if that's better, but I just wanted to see it.
I think it's kind of fun.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of playful.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's basically all I would change about this, I think. And it's pretty minor things. I don't think there was anything like huge.
Yeah.
But looking back at the two of them, I don't know. You be the judge.
This one, it definitely like the green by making the pants green, the green becomes like the dominant color instead of the gray.
The color motif, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is nice. And I do think it's cool to separate the green into the clothes and the gray for the non-outfit elements. And then bringing it back in the eyes.
Yeah.
I just think it's nice. That's all. Thank you, Dupus.
Thank you, Dupus.
For submitting this cool drawing.
Yeah.
Why don't we jump on to the next one now?
Yeah.
Which is this one, which I really like the look of. It's going to be difficult to silhouette because it's of the coloring style.
Right.
I might have to like do a little
clean it up.
Do a little chopperoonie.
I do like this painterly color style though.
Great.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. But I'm going to ruin it.
We're just going to ruin it a little.
I'm just going to ruin it for sort of the sake of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take your vision. Oh, it's a smart object, huh? That's so
noticing
crazy.
A pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, Essa Marie. This is yours.
Yes.
If I didn't say that.
No, you don't need to be sorry, Essa Marie. This is cool. We're sorry for
we're just gonna
messing your cool paint.
Because it looks great. I just need to be able to showcase. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Just need to be able to showcase the silhouette that you got going on here.
Because you got some nice line work in there too.
Yeah, I really like this character. Trying to follow the sort of lines here instead of the colors.
Thank you to everyone for having the courage to let us mess around with your stuff. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I know that can be pretty scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would be scared to do it.
Yeah, and you're doing it.
I say as someone who makes my art public multiple times a week, every week.
Yeah.
But this is like different.
This is different. You make it public under your control.
Yeah.
You've relinquished control and given it to us, and you don't know what we're going to say about it. And that's very brave.
Yeah, we could go like completely nutso and just like haul off on you.
Yeah, we haven't done it yet, but you never know. Yours could be the piece that
really sets us off.
That really hits us wrong. No, we would never.
That's it. I love the face
y'all are great. Y'all are really good sports, and you're making cool stuff. So it's fun to talk about.
Okay.
Like, there's always so much positive to focus on.
We are ready to take a look at the silhouette. Let's do it. All right, I've trimmed that out pretty good.
Yeah, good job.
I mean, I'll say straight off the bat, I think this is a pretty good silhouette.
Yeah, I'm getting sort of a cool, confident stance.
Yeah, I get pirate vibes straight away with the hat shape.
It's almost it's reading as like kind of squid almost.
It is
like
kind of squid shape too, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it fits with the nautical sort of
it does evoke
idea.
Nautical themes, which is good.
Yeah.
And the stance is confident with the shoulders back, hands kind of out to the side like she's ready to, pull a gun if she needs to.
Yeah, it's very sort of finger gun shape down there.
Confident and prepared and piratey, nautical. I think this shape here too. Well, the boots definitely. If we're breaking down like what gives nautical vibes, when I see like this boot shape, I'm immediately like thinking about
just the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song starts playing in my head, and this
shape here. This is very pirate to have like a cloak like this. Or she could be wearing a big romper.
Yeah.
But I think about pirates straight away. The sleeve shape too.
Yeah.
Gives me that indication.
Very sort of.
Let's talk about like sort of the shape language. I think we were already seeing it's.
I'm seeing some triangles.
I'm seeing some triangles here.
This character's got some edge.
Triangles, edgy, but they're like boxy triangles.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's like in
solid...
between a square and a triangle sort of motif.
Yeah, like a captain. You got to have a little. You got to be grounded a little bit, but they're a pirate captain or a sailing captain. So there's that element of like freedom and unpredictability.
Triangles
as well.
Triangles, squares and triangles. And then except the only element that breaks from that is this part here, the head.
Yeah, a little circle.
Then that's a triangle. But the one circle
tend to
element,
have circles.
I think it's
unless you're Jafar and you're all triangles.
All triangles. It's a good rule of thumb to when you're doing like this sort of shape language character design. Unless you're Jafar, you don't want to have like all of one shape. It's good to break it up and sort of be like, 3/4 your target shape and then have a couple other shapes to break up the sort of feeling of it. All right, let's move on to the colors. The colors palette.
It's got this nice maroon.
Yeah, I would say the maroon is probably the dominant color.
And this nice sort of gray blue hair.
Not sure which shade of it to take here. But we'll let's do this. Make a new layer. With this sort of maroony color. And then the gray blue is definitely the secondary color. Then we got that nice. This is basically black.
Yeah, it sort of fades into.
Oh, it's still in sort of the red-pink spectrum, but it's very close to black.
Yeah.
And then this brown is also very close to black. I foresee this being a problem area in terms of the values are just too close. Like I can't see the line work or the distinction really between the boots and the pants.
But I'm also
colorblind.
Yeah,
but it does. I'd say it does seem a little difficult to distinguish. To me.
So his face kind of reminds me of Emily Axford.
Oh yeah, totally. And then we got this little color here.
Yeah, that nice sort of gold trim.
Little gold trim of the hat. Little pop. It's a really nice color scheme.
I think if you want to. Because there is some value in just like if you want that whole like you've talked about that whole like leg to boot shape just being one shape and not wanting to break it up, that kind of works. Totally. But if you wanted to break it up, you could trim the boots with that same sort of gold.
That's a good idea, Nathan. I'm gonna do that,
but only if you want to. Because I do kind of like that simplified, just sort of. But yeah, could do that.
We also run into the issue. The boots have like lines here too. That might draw a little too much attention.
Yeah, it's too many.
Could even make that like darker.
Yeah.
But I run into a similar issue with the sort of this thing. What's this called? Corset. The corset blends into the pants, blends into the boots, and then it kind of blends into the darker parts of the coat as well. So I feel like some of this needs to be lighter.
Maybe the coat, the inside of the coat, you give that gold trim too.
Oh, that could be fun too. I'm just gonna lighten this up a bit.
You could just lighten that up as well.
I mean, I'm gonna try all the things.
Yeah, we're just trying.
We're just trying. I'm just trying so hard. And I'm getting so far. And then maybe I kind of like the pants being darker. Maybe the boots are a little lighter. Again, it's hard to know for sure until you just like try.
Yeah. worth giving it a try.
So I'm just throwing stuff on the page here because I feel like oftentimes this part of the artistic process gets like obfuscated.
Right.
We try not to obfuscate it.
These little decisions that just like,
where you don't know the answer ahead of time.
Right. Because
like,
it's
I'm not choosing it being like, this will work better.
Yeah.
I'm like putting it down to see how it works.
Because like the way it is now, it definitely like you're focused in on the top part because it's light, it pops, you see the face.
Totally. And I think that's really strong, that the face is like the lightest part. The face and torso are like the lightest part by far. I think that's really strong. That's why I don't think it should be like huge differentiation down here, because you don't want to draw attention away, but just enough that it's not
not muddled,
that it's not quite so muddled. Yeah
I get that.
I might even push this back a little more. Something we can also do that maybe would be fun, we can play with the levels.
Oh sure,
because I like to do that. Let's get this here, and then put that in a folder, and I'm going to make a levels layer here. We're going to attach it to that. I'm going to move Nathan.
Move me. Whee!
And we can sort of see here, because we can like boost the darkness or the light.
Darks. Or the midtones.
Boost the light a little bit, maybe. Or adjust it this way.
Yeah, it just lightens the whole thing up a little.
See if that's like popping a little more. And then I always play with vibrance a little bit too, just to see if... I feel like it's supposed to be a little desaturated.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go like, too far like this.
No, I like that.
You can like distinguish a bit by giving it just a little bit. Give it just a little bit. I feel like that makes some pretty clear differences without drawing process away.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Issa Marie? You tell me.
They asked if after making that change to the boots, you've sort of made the corset and the boots the same value. Like you basically made them the same color. Yeah.
That was sort of my intention.
Yeah.
Because I think it's good to reuse colors.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no need for them to be different, really.
Because and it makes sense with like the way it looks like the light's hitting, because the cloak or the jacket would be casting most of its shadow onto the pants, and then when you get down to the boots, the light would be hitting it again.
Yeah, totally.
So they'd be a little bit lighter.
And if we were like, fully shading this, then we would definitely need to like account for that jacket shadow on the little doublet guy. So this would get darker again in some of these areas.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that. Just as an example.
Can I see the gold trim on the inside of the jacket, how that would look?
Yeah, dude.
I just want to see.
I'm gonna...
It might be too much, but I just want to see.
Just gonna
duplicate. That's the process. It's just, try stuff. Anytime we do a speed draw, my process is like I end up erasing at least like 50% of what I put on the canvas. I'm just like, oh, what if this? I'm like, oh no, that actually doesn't work at all.
So you're thinking like this?
Yeah,
like
sort of
on the inside here.
Yeah.
On the inside track.
Yeah, I think I kind of like that.
You could also hit the buttons with it.
Yeah, hit the buttons with it, and then maybe the cuffs on the sleeves as well.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah, I kind of like that a lot.
Would it go all the way up? Maybe not.
Doesn't have to.
Doesn't have to. That is kind of cool though. Looking at it like from far away.
Oh, gold to the shoulder thingies. Those they aren't colored. The
gold
epaulets
to the shoulder. I do like that also.
Yeah, give her little epaulets. Yeah.
Gives her kind of more of a regal appearance.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what you're going for, but it does like.
But I noticed that like when we zoom way out, it makes those lines really distinct.
Yeah, it breaks up that that whole sort of dark area like down there.
We switch it on and off. It adds a lot of clarity, I think, at a distance.
Yeah, because again, this is a color you chose for the hat, and I think it works really nice with the rest of the color palette you have.
Yeah, I agree.
And so
it's really cool.
Just a thought.
Yeah, great drawing, Issa Essa. I really love the face so much. It's such a good expression, and like the sort of delicate shading you did around the face area.
Yeah,
is like so nice. It makes it really pop compared to the rest. Draws a lot of attention to that area. It's really cool, and I would like to get better at shading faces like this.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's really nice. What time?
Nice work.
4:42.
Do you want to do a Karina character?
We should do a Karina character. Yes. We should maybe get Loose in here.
I think we should get Loose in here.
Let's
see what Loose has to say about it.
We're gonna find finished episode.
So much Loose fan art out there. Again, it's like you can tell a good character design because people want to draw it themselves. They're like, ooh, I get it. I get what's going on here. I can have fun with this.
Question always is, what did we call the folder for that episode?
That was it random character description? Speed draw?
I'm seeing random poses, random shapes, random
Maybe it was
colors.
just character was it character generator?
Oh, it might have been character. I always do this. Speed draw generated prompt?
Maybe.
Is that it?
That might be it.
That's an awful name, if it is. Is that it?
I usually go by date modified and just sort of head back, but let's see. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking here. I'm waiting for the icons to generate. Oh my god, I think that is it.
Speed draw generated prompt. Yeah.
Speed draw generated prompt.
It's speed draw generated prompt was the title of the folder for that episode.
It's so undescriptive.
No, it's pretty bad.
There's Loose. We found him. Oh, I love Loose. Okay.
We all love Loose.
Speed draw generated prompt. Yeah, Jamie, I changed the name when I did the folder of PNGs because the name of it was so bad, but I didn't change the base name of it.
No.
For our reference.
It's always scary to change the name of a folder that you have a Premiere project in because Premiere will lose its mind and be like, I don't know what you want. I don't know what any of these files are that you have linked. It's like I just changed. It's the same. They're all in the same place. I just changed the name of the folder, and Premiere's like, what?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't know.
You changed the what? How?
How?
Literally,
it's gone.
How?
Relink every file, please. I can't figure it out.
Loose. Loosey goosey.
I'm excited to put Loose in the thumbnail for this, the VOD for this.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I think Loose is a fun one because this sort of base pose is sort of meant to be a misdirect.
Yeah.
Since Loose is like a sort of a himbo type. And this makes Loose look a lot more suave and put together than he actually is. I mean, that's what the other poses are for.
Yes.
The blank expression and the running. So this will be fun to look at. Let's do a silhouette. Oh, there's a little blushy there.
Oh,
a little blushy in the silhouette. I mean, straight away from the silhouette, I'd say first thing I notice is the horns, earring.
Horns, earring,
where I'm drawn
cape.
to immediately.
Yeah.
And then cloak, the big cloak shape.
Big cloak shape, and then just a nice strong arm.
And then a
big
strong
shoulder,
arm.
These broad shoulders. You kidding me?
Are you kidding me? So yeah, let's see. I feel like Loose has a pretty squarish sort of shape language to him. If we take a look at all this stuff, the arms are pretty square. The head is pretty rectangular as heads go. It gives you like a boxy, strong feel.
Yeah, but like then you get some triangle.
Yeah, you get the cloak shape sort of makes like a triangle.
The cloak hints at the corruption.
Here. And then of course, horns are triangles.
Yes.
Horns are triangles that you put on your head. That do give those hints. It's like it makes you think this is like a reliable character that you're like, oh, it's Loose. I know
he's
him.
Just Loose. He's a lovable idiot.
As we know, there's a corruption arc for Loose. And that's what these triangles indicate. There's latent triangles within our lad.
Karina's so freaking good at character design.
Yeah, very much so. I learn something every time.
Yeah.
Soaking in that info.
I cry every time.
Then we'll take a look at colors, which this is also a good example of doing values really well.
More triangles in the outfit design too.
Definitely more triangles in the outfit design. We got triangles all over the dang place. Let's get rid of that. Triangles.
She knew what she was doing.
Triangles. This is a triangle. These are all triangles.
Yeah. These
are triangles. This is a triangle. Don't even come at me saying there's not triangles here.
Yeah.
What's this on the face? Uh-oh.
A bunch of triangles.
Is that triangles? Is that triangles everywhere?
And we got a little bit of triangle happening in the lip shadow there.
Beep, beep,
Look
beep.
at that.
Beep, beep.
Look at that.
What's this on the nose? Triangles. And you know, it's no coincidence that the triangles on the face that indicate the corruption, they're all triangles. These triangles are triangles.
Karina, you can't fool us. We solved your triangle riddle.
We solved your triangle puzzle. If the corruption were like, you know, like this, it'd be like, I don't know what that is. Is he becoming a bubble man? That looks like happy corruption.
See that Dots guy from the Suicide Squad movie?
Is he the Dots guy from the Suicide? That's the question you'd be asking right now.
Yeah, but you don't have to ask that question because it's triangles, so you know.
Colors. The skin tone is the main color, I would say. It's like 50% skin tone, 50% clothes tone.
Loose is showing a lot of skin, and then we got that nice.
And then we got this gold.
The gold and
then the little bits of green.
Yeah.
Greenish, tealish.
Yeah, she matched the little gem color with the tattoo. I guess the tattoo's a little darker.
I think it's a little bluer.
A little bluer. Yeah.
A little darker. Is it just a little darker? I don't know why I'm always the one who tries to be like, yeah, I can tell. Like I can't.
No, it's darker and bluer, I think.
It's darker and bluer. So
it's both.
I'm not crazy.
It's both.
And that's, you know, that's going to be a triangle.
Yeah.
This is Loose. Right here.
There he is.
There he is.
Got him.
We'll give him another eye.
Oh, thanks.
There he is.
Well, the eyes are closer in color to the tattoos, right?
No.
Oh, no, they're not. Wow. I was wrong.
Oh, and there's
That's
hair.
the theme. That's the theme of today's draw classes. Nathan is wrong about most things. I like your version of loose over there.
So a thing
cute.
we can notice about loose is that we got these like warm brownish tannish tones predominantly, and then we got this gray color that's a cool gray. It's in the blues and greens.
Yeah.
And the cool greens and blues of the jewelry and the corruption triangles. So you got like sort of a predominantly warm theme with these cool accents.
Such a nice palette.
This cloak? This cloak is warm, the back cloak, and I'm sure that's to separate it from the foreground clothing elements.
Yeah, when you look where it bumps up against them, there's a nice contrast.
Yeah, it makes the contrast work really well because the color temperatures are different.
Karina's thinking about so many things when she makes a character, and it's all
4-dimensional. It's 5-dimensional.
It's really, really impressive.
Okay, then shall we talk about what the sort of details tell us about loose?
Yeah. We
definitely get hot demon, but we also get, you know, this is like not a easy sort of outfit to put on yourself. Like, this takes effort. Like, this is a person who cares about their appearance or is in some sort of position where their appearance is cared about by someone.
Yeah.
If they're like being dressed, if they're like some sort of royalty,
socialite,
whatever it is, they're in a position where the outfit is important, and also it's unconventional. It's like high fashion. This is not what the average everyday person would be wearing on their body.
Not yet. We'll get there.
So you sort of get the royalty, high fashion demon, like in the demon court sort of vibes. The face, though, I feel like Luce's face doesn't have any like malice to it.
No.
There's sort of just a very straightforward look there that doesn't give you the impression that Luce has like bad things in mind for you. Just that Luce looked at you and saw you and was like, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Zero thoughts in Luce's head.
Zero thoughts. So I feel like all those things combined to make like an intriguing sort of character.
Getting dressed. Yeah.
Because it's like you don't exactly know the full vibe. You're like, trustworthy, not trustworthy? What's this blue stuff?
Hey, Luce, what's that blue stuff?
Is that bad? And then you find out it's truly because Luce is a massive dumbass. Just trying his best.
He's just trying his best.
And then if we talk about... See, I guess we're almost at the end of the stream, aren't we?
Yeah, wow.
But I love a stream that's like the details, the right amount of details on this character. To not be overbearing.
Right.
It's like mostly, you know, and the details are all important. Like the outfit points towards something, the jewelry points towards something, and then the little bits of corruption tell part of the story as well.
Yeah.
So nothing's there that doesn't need to be there to give you sort of the picture of the character. Don't go just putting in stuff willy-nilly for no reason.
Yeah. Give the abs room to breathe.
I do have what time is it? 4:55.
Yeah.
I do have this is like sort of a homework assignment for everyone to do. If you want to work on your character design, this is what I would like for you to do before the next draw class that I won't be teaching. Just do it and post it in the draw class chat, and I'll look at it and say,
do I go next? I think it's me.
It might be you.
Well,
Nathan will be checking.
Yeah, I'll check homework.
What I would like you to do.
I have no idea what my class is going to be next month, so maybe it will just be homework check.
Nathan's homework check.
Yeah.
I would like for you to design a trio of characters. One based on each of the shapes we discussed. I'd like a square character, a triangle character, and a circle character, where that shape is their main motif.
Just showing off drawing shapes again.
And then what I would also like is for all three characters to exist in the same universe. So I want a trio of characters with unique body shapes and types, but make them cohesive in the sense that they all exist in the same world. So distinctive visually, but cohesive. That's what I'm looking for. That's the homework. I want to see your trio.
Show us your trio.
Show me your trio. And probably you'll get something out of it. You'll learn a little something by trying to adhere to these strictures that I have placed upon you.
Honestly, can the next draw class just be me looking at at these? Maybe I'll try and do this homework assignment too.
It can be if enough people do it, but also
we can talk ourselves through. Yeah, we don't know.
Most people won't see this until it comes out on YouTube.
That's true.
So I don't know how much of the homework we'll get by your draw class, but if we get enough,
whatever, we'll figure it out. I'll figure out what I'm doing. Don't worry.
I'm not worried.
I am.
Don't be. You just said
okay.
You were.
Well, I said no one. Yeah, I was trying to tell myself.
Nathan, don't worry.
I'm not gonna worry.
Chat.
I'll worry a little.
I guess that's the end of the stream, though.
Hell yeah!
Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I hope you learned something helpful about character design that will make you design characters better. And I'm looking forward to seeing your homework assignments. If you don't do them, you'll fail the class, and it will go on your permanent record.
Yeah. Sorry.
And that's permanent.
That's permanent. Can't do anything about that.
Can't do anything about that. I'm not sure what the permanent record was, because it definitely wasn't permanent. It no longer affects me at all.
No.
Anyways, it's not important right now.
We get someone to look into that for what's going on with that? Hey, what's the deal with the permanent record?
Somebody tell me.
Yeah.
In the draw class chat along with your homework.
Yes.
That's it. Thanks for watching. We're sorry.
Sorry.
Bye-bye. It's over.